I think the biggest lesson for me was to be on my own too.
Really?
I mean, I think I was always independent, even as a kid. We come to the reality of who we really are as spirit beings. We're really one. We're one world, one heart.
And so it was like, I'm so tired of this world being so divided.
Hello.
My. We are so excited.
Oh my God.
Here
this
we
is so
are
much
again.
fun. Together we
I
rise.
can't see
Here, come
myself.
close. Okay, you're there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here. Wow.
Together we rise. Oh my God. And we are rising.
We are. And we're taking all of you with us. Now, how do you feel about that? You know what it reminds me of? An air balloon. And each one of us get in there with whomever you want to be with. And as we go, we just rise together. How awesome is that picture? I ask you. So I just wanted to go on.
Well, we want to say hello.
Just say
out
hello
there.
And who we are. If you don't already know us,
which you may or may not. They may or may not.
Nah, I think they know us already. But anyhow.
I don't know. Well, happy Friday.
Yes. And it's Father's Day this weekend.
This Sunday.
So all the good dads, God bless
celebrate you, dads.
Yeah, we celebrate you.
We love you, men out there. Thank you for being such good role models.
Yeah, totally.
God willing.
Since I never had one.
Yeah, I hear you.
God bless.
Start today.
So, what would you like to say? Who are you, my darling?
I am Alisa Schwarz. I am a coach for over 21 years, trained and certified by the Ford Institute by the late great Debbie Ford. And oh my God, we just came together. By the way, we both have 21 years experience. Okay. Individually, we're both trained by Debbie Ford and the Institute. And we came together during the pandemic because we knew we had so much to share with all of you that it was natural for us to just come together and share all of our experiences.
It's always timing. We were told this a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's timing. And I think that through COVID, it helped us.
I don't know.
So much.
Oh, that was so nice. Thank you. We have an amazing social media genius.
Oh, she's so wonderful.
Nim Win.
Whoop, whoop.
Go, Nim. She makes us look amazing.
Yes, she does.
Thank God for her.
Yeah, God. Thank God for her is right.
Technically,
don't even
yes. Technically, we're not the most savvy.
That's like a really big challenge for us. And, through COVID, it was always like I always wanted to be with a lot of people. And I think Alisa does too. And when that stopped, it was really not easy. It really wasn't. You had to be with yourself, which is okay. But then after a while, it's like, all right, now what am I going to do with myself? So, you do a lot of different things, but a lot of soul searching came out of that. And when that happened, I don't know who it was, but we said to each other, you know what? Let's partner.
Let's share all of our amazing.
I mean, we have a really dynamic, and we've heard this how many years? All our lives, really.
A long time.
Wow, I wish I had
sisters.
I wish I had that with my daughter, or I wish I had that with my sister, my sister-in-law, my husband. You know why? Because it's always come back to you with a relationship with yourself. And so that's how it was birthed. And so in meditating, and we kind of put that on the back burner. And then one day in meditation, I was really in a deep meditation, and I heard podcast came on, the word podcast. And I thought, wow, that must mean we're supposed to do it. And then out of that came
the baby,
the name.
And the name was Together We Rise.
And I want that. It's like a foundation.
Well, and also we're all about, bringing togetherness, being oneness. There's no separation, right? We're all one. And unfortunately, in today's world, we are separate, but we're really not. we come to the reality of who we really are as spirit beings, we're really one. We're one world, one heart.
And so it was like, I'm so tired of this world being so divided. And I know that we individually and collectively can come together. And why not? We're not born to be alone. We are born to be with other people. And so my, intention was, and Alicia's, you know what? Let's come together. Let's listen and hear. We have some phenomenal guests that will be coming on, and it's their abilities of how they work through their adversities and their triumphs, and how they got there, and all their tools that led them to where they are today. Because I think we need to hear that. I really, really do, and I am. And Alicia is so committed to showing you different people from different stages of life.
And really how they work through their triumphs, work through their challenges, and really ways in which they rose up. And that's why Together We Rise is so powerful, because it's really all about coming together to share in those experiences, so that maybe you get some insight, or maybe you're having a hard day and then you listen to our podcast and you're like, wow, I really get what a difference that makes just by hearing someone else's story.
And you know what? My intention is, let's have fun.
Our intention.
Well, yes, sorry about that. Our intention is to have fun. Let's bring people on that and really come together and show each other how we love and support each other.
Yeah.
And that's really what we're looking for. So I wanted to read what we wrote on our commitment to you guys. And our commitment is to fill you up and invite you to hold hands together in our sandbox, infused with people who will show us their adversities, triumphs. Together We Rise is infused with hope, real, raw integrity, trust, hope, gratitude, forgiveness, fun, safety, and lots of belly laughs.
Lots.
And tools to play with from mother-daughter dynamic duo and from various guests. It's all about us being filled up and connecting, I believe, with God, or whoever you believe with, it doesn't matter, or whoever it is that you believe in and you trust. And it's interesting because, we just go with the flow and we meditate and we bring in what it is that we want to bring to you tonight. And it's so interesting. I have so many decks of cards, and I just picked this deck, and I'm going to have Alicia read it. I have not looked at this deck in years. And I just went to it because energetically I felt I wanted to. And this was the card that I picked up.
So it says beginnings. Beginnings. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Beginnings. There you go.
See it.
Okay, beginnings. I cherish all the cycles in my life. And here is what the card meaning is. So the card meaning, a new cycle is beginning in your life. Wipe the slate clean. It's not time to release. Now it's time to release the old and start again.
How perfect.
So, your soul wants you to know, this is the other part of the card, life goes in cycles, as we know. In the phases of the earth, the plants die in the fall so that there can be new birth in the spring. And it's a universal dance of death and rebirth. There is a time to end and begin, and this is the close of the close of one cycle, the beginning of another. Although it's often difficult to release familiar routines, of course it is, because we get used to it. Situations or relationships, when they no longer empower you, your soul asks that you not to cling to the old, but set sail into new waters. And that's really life. right? I mean, things change, you change, people change, and it's letting go.
It is. And trust. Oh my God. It is so much about trust. And I think that's where people really have a hard time, because I think we all want to control all the situations and want it to be something else. And you know what? You drive yourself crazy. You really do.
And we're going to come on, obviously we're coming on twice a month, but we'll be talking, and then we'll have a guest on, and we have a guest on July 1st, and we'll let you know who that is. It's our special guest, and we're going to have a guest on each month, so you'll get something out of it besides what you get from us. But I know the one thing that we wanted to talk about tonight was, what is the greatest lesson you've learned in your life?
What's
That's a big
your
one.
greatest lesson? What a great question to ponder.
So, what's the greatest lesson you've learned?
What's your greatest lesson that you?
What's your greatest lesson?
What's your greatest lesson that you've learned?
What do you think it is out there? So,
wow.
Mom, do you want to say what?
Yeah,
maybe the first thing that comes up for you?
Yeah, I do. I believe that we're in different generations, needless to say. So for me, I believe my greatest lesson was I wanted to be taken care of, and I wanted to be saved, because in that generation, most of the time, people got married and had families. I don't remember many of my friends.
Your era, no.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, yeah, totally.
So, my era, it was like, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, if you ask me today, are they all still together? Very few, I would say.
There are a few.
There are a few exceptions,
not many.
But not many. So I would say, and I really hope I can support other women that of all ages, but especially as you get older, and how you want to fit into a lifestyle because you're so used to a particular lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And my God, what would it feel like if you had to leave and walk away from it? And how would you do it? Unless, of course, at this stage of your life, you have grown and evolved and can create a life within your relationship. But I don't believe I still believe there are certain people that just stay. And that's because I think of the coaching we've done over 21 years. And I think that's one of my biggest things, is having to learn to take care of myself. And that happened at a much older time in my life, because I always I was like, I don't know, what do you think? I was like, I want you to take care of me. I want to be this princess. And I created this lifestyle that was so not me, but was me. And it was a very rude awakening for myself, because it was a fantasy. I had to survive in my life. So I created this fantasy, and I wanted to be saved. And what I learned, I had to save myself. And it was such a process of my lifestyle. And what was my lifestyle? What do you think?
I mean, in what regard? Like what?
Well, what I dreamt of having.
Oh, well, you wanted to, have the man just, lavish you with gifts and, the lifestyle of, someone that was taken care of
and loving me and
loving
kind,
and it wasn't that.
And boy, it was a shit show. But it was my lesson, and how grateful and blessed I am that I had the courage to walk through that. And guys and girl, it was not easy. And when everything was cut off, I was by myself, and I was so numb. And I heard a voice say to me, now you're ready to take care of yourself. And I have. Has it been easy? Not a lot, but it's a hell of a lot easier now. And I feel that I can stand in my own authenticity and say, you know what? I'm proud of myself because that was one big thing. I wanted somebody to take care of me, and I knew now I was the one to do it and not depend on anybody else to do it for me. So what was your lesson?
I think the biggest lesson for me was to be on my own too.
Really?
I mean, I think I was always independent even as a kid, but leaving Florida in 1998 to go move to California and to be an assistant to, Debbie Ford was a huge gift and probably the most healing I've ever accomplished in my lifetime. I mean, I think that's when I did the most healing, was leaving you and leaving my family so that I can find me. I was 22 at the time. I'm now 49. So I think the biggest lesson was to do something that was scary and I was afraid and I was scared, but I knew that if I did it, there was that intuitive part of me that knew that if I did this was going to change my life forever. And boy, did it change my life forever. I found who I was. I developed independence. I developed confidence. I got my career.
Yeah,
I got both my careers out there. I got, my career in massage therapy and my career as a life coach, relationship coach. And I learned to be on my own, really be on my own. I was 22. So I really needed to find out, who I was at that young age. I mean, I started young because obviously I had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you did.
To help all those people out there on my age. But I will say, I think it's a hard journey because you have to really look at the places in you that maybe you don't want to see, but the light comes through when you do the work we do. So you're no longer, tied to your past. You're really looking in a new way at who you are and what's possible versus where you were and all those limitations that you adopted from parents, people, institutions, things, whatever. So I think the biggest lesson was leaving Florida, leaving my nest to go bigger and to find out what else I was searching for, which was me and new experiences. I mean, 22 out in California, San Diego, by yourself, living on your own. Wow. Yeah. It was epic.
Yeah. But that changed your whole life.
Changed my whole life. That one experience. Now, I could have gone one or two ways, right? I could have stayed in my fear and been like, oh, I'm so young. I don't want to leave home, But I knew that it was time to break free, leave the nest, and find out more about me and create the woman I am today, which is really free emotionally, really happy and free on that level, So that's one of the biggest lessons. And of course, being in, relationship to Debbie Ford was a huge gift too, because of all the things I learned from her.
Yeah.
She was a great mentor, a great teacher. She was, I say, epic beyond. Right. So we were lucky enough to have that experience and travel.
Yeah, we
traveled. We traveled all over the world together with all of our coaches. That was amazing. Yeah, so I would say that's it, really.
I love that.
Do face your fear and do it anyway. That's what I would say.
It's almost like you get to the edge and then you're right there. And then it's like, oh, what do I do? And if fear comes up, and it does for a lot of people,
fear is always there,
and it's there, do it anyway.
Face your fear and do it anyway,
because that will shift and change your life forever.
That's where the gold is.
Yeah, that is where the gold is.
You're staying comfortable could be comfortable, but it's not gonna have you grow and expand. Like, find something every day
Mm-hmm.
that you're afraid of. Find something, whether it's, you know what, I would never call that person, or I would never go on a dating site, or I would never ask a question like that, right? Or reach out to somebody,
Or even go,
or go alone to the movies,
right,
or go
or
alone
dinner.
to dinner.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I think it was Drew Barrymore, if I'm not mistaken, went into one of the parks in New York, and I don't know verbatim, word for word, but she actually went up to a man and started talking to him and asking him and she felt that this looks good, this feels good, until she got to the end and asked what his age was.
Right, because obviously, did she have like she thought he was cute, right?
Yeah, she really thought that it could be something really nice. And then he was a hell of a lot younger. And she goes, "Oh my God, I can be your mother." But look what she did, because I think she opened up her heart and she took a risk, and it wasn't really what she thought, but it doesn't matter, because it's opening her up to so many other things.
And the truth is too, I think also the big thing was to not be afraid to travel alone.
Yeah,
I did a lot of traveling back and forth, and met new people. Yeah. New experience opened up for me. I mean, I was so young.
Yeah, you were. You definitely were.
But relative. It was the most amazing thing.
Yeah. And those are memories you'll never forget. Those memories are ingrained and etched in your memory, in your heart, in your being. And how fabulous, how great is that?
Hello, who's that?
And
it's so hard to see. Oh, Sheila.
So I just feel how blessed if we can all step out of being comfortable and just going for it. What are we waiting for?
I love that. Face the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah. Wasn't that Wayne Dyer?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Face the fear and do it
anyway.
But
it's just such a fabulous opportunity. And you could go into your story and really stay stuck. But why? And
life is very, very short. So why waste your energy? Right?
It's so short, guys. And you know what? We deserve to have it all. We really and truly. I am so committed to wanting all of you to step out.
I wanted to read this too.
And say, you know what? Balls to the wall. I'm going to do it no matter what. And you're going to be surprised.
I think Bethany Frankel said that. Balls to the wall. Go, Bethany. So so our mentor and teacher, Debbie Ford, Your Holiness, this was a great book that she wrote when she was on the other side. I don't know, I opened it up today and I thought I'd read it. It's really, the title of this chapter is In Awe of the Potential of the Human Spirit, which I thought was so perfect that I picked that, right, for us. So this is what it says, and I wanted to read it to all of you. I'm standing in the greatest and grandest version of myself. I'm basking in the magic of the universe, drenched in the good vibrations of God's love, or whoever you believe in. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, baby.
Let the light inside me, the light inside me is now on. So there you go. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Because really they're basking in the magic of the universe. What would it be if everyone just took a moment to ask themselves, what would it be to bask in the magic of the universe? What does that mean to everybody?
Oh my God, I can just take a breath and just breathe it in and look and see, what is it? Oh my God, basking
in the magic of the universe.
I think life can be so magical if we permit it.
I mean, it could even be looking at my dog, Chloe. I look at her; she's basking in the magical
for you. She
of herself, right?
It
doesn't matter. It could be anywhere.
It really doesn't. And it's taking those times and really grounding yourself and looking and seeing, what does it feel like? Because everybody is different. What does it feel like to bask in that magic? I mean, to me, it just, my heart just opens, and it feels like connection. It feels like peace. It feels like love. It feels like it's the wonderment of who we are. And I believe that in that wonderment, each and every one of us has that inner child. So why not come out and play with her or him? Doesn't matter.
And I think it's looking for the magic every day.
Absolutely.
Because you can always look at, what's not working,
Correct.
and the way the world is. But it's really taking a moment and asking yourself, what is the magic in my life right now? What can I see? And even if you can't see, maybe look at something that does give you some kind of magic. Maybe it's a child, maybe it's a tree, maybe it's the ocean. Maybe it's a flower.
I'm so attracted now, and I'm not sure if it's because of my age, but I'm so attracted to seeing women who are pregnant and what they're having.
Don't tell me you're pregnant.
Oh, I wish.
Just
those days are gone, my friend. They'll never happen again. But it's the excitement of looking at new mothers and birthing, and
they glow. They glow. When I think of women that are pregnant, I know, because when they're on my table, let's say I'm doing massage,
right,
the energy of having that other being inside of you, it's like this magic of like light that comes through them. It's like amazing. It's the most amazing experience. I feel like I'm rubbing two people at once.
You probably
and I am.
Are. Yeah.
But there's a glow. There's a glow because I think there's another life force inside of you that has you. Think about it. You have another being inside you that's growing and glowing. It's only going to make you that much more beautiful, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's looking at a birthing of a baby it's so innocent, and you just have this, at least I believe,
like Sheila said, the magic is all around us.
Yeah,
that's right.
It is. And
you just have to look for it.
Yeah. And that connection is like, oh my God, I look at newborn babies and I just cry because it's just incredible. And then I remember having Alicia, and then my daughter Stacy, and the beauty of it and the love. Did I kill you with love? Did I really crush you with love?
Smother.
I did smother
her.
Mother. And I smothered Stacy. I did. I know I did. But I'd rather be able to do that than not give it at all. That's just
me. And again, also too, let the light inside of you shine.
Yeah.
Like, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
And if you don't know what your light is, just look at someone you're attracted to.
Oh, God,
look at someone that you look at and go, wow, I wish I were them. Well, guess what?
You
are them. So let it shine.
Yeah.
Let it shine. That's another thing, too. Go out in the world and look at that lights you up. Turn it around and go, wow, the light in me I see is the light in you. That's it.
And
you're seeing yourself.
Yeah, it is. And how extraordinary. There are people that don't like to look at themselves in the mirror. Who was the lady that was the mother of affirmations and looking in the mirror?
No, Louise Hay?
Yes, Louise Hay.
May she rest in peace.
God bless her.
Something.
She was extraordinary, and she was so ahead of her time.
Heal your life, heal your body, right? Yeah, she's great.
And it's like looking at yourself and going, good morning, beautiful.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hiya, gorgeous. We love you. I love you. And it's like just building within yourself the courage to like open up.
Yeah. And the other thing too that we really want to share with all of you is that we are very committed to working with all women that are going through various stages of life. We want to support all relationships, no matter who you are. And of course, as a mother-daughter team, we do consulting, of course. We also have an amazing workshop that Nim will put up. You can go to the comments.
Yep.
And, look for that. And also, we have our own ebook.
Yep.
A free ebook. So if you put in the comments your email address, we can send that to you.
We'll send it out. It's really good.
It's
really
awesome.
good.
And we're happy to give that to you. But again, anything you're going through in your relationship, whether it's with what the most important is with yourself.
Yes.
Come join us right there. Nim has it up. Mother-daughter dynamic duo. Our workshop is August 8th. Come join us. Limited spots available because we only have about 10 spots.
Yeah, that's it. We keep it very intimate.
So sacred and amazing. So you could Nim's going to put that in the comments as well. So you can sign up today.
So what else, you really stepped out at 21 years old.
22, but yes. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
What was that thing that you knew that you had to do this, even though you were so connected to your family, and you were?
Yeah.
What was that breaking point that you decided, I got to do this?
I think it was our mentor and teacher, Debbie. She saw something in me that I didn't see. And like I'm saying to all of you, she saw something in me that I didn't see. And when she reflected it back to me, intuitively, I knew she was right. Now, I didn't know how I was going to work it. I didn't know how I was going to move out there and figure it all out, but it naturally happened easily. And I think when it is right, intuitively, when you know it's right, everything falls into place. Yeah. You don't ever have to figure it out. And I guess that's kind of been the gift of my life, really. I have never planned it. It just planned for me and I followed it. I can really say that 100,000%. And I was scared, but I knew intuitively, I knew my soul needed this. And she just reflected it to me and gave me the opportunity of a lifetime. I thought, if she's giving me this opportunity, I must have something in me that
she saw it.
That she saw in me that I need to do. This is a chance of a lifetime. And I knew that, my soul, not my ego, not my mind. My mind and ego are like, oh my God, I'm afraid. I don't know. I've never left home, all of that. But I knew something higher was calling me. And she just reflected it. And I'm so grateful for that because I wouldn't have found, number one, the career I have today.
Correct.
Which is amazing. And I get to help people all over. And I wouldn't have found more of me and have been more of myself authentically. I would have been running around in my old story about myself.
Yeah.
Which was, I'm not smart enough. I don't matter. I'm not good enough. Who's going to love me? All that. Right. Because of my learning disability story.
Correct.
So anyone could do it. We're the champions. We're the example for everyone to get whatever they need in their own life.
Somebody asked me, like, what lights you up?
Yeah, what lights you up?
And it's really, like I said, I could not ever in my integrity support, coach, mentor anybody unless I have gone through it. To me, it's out of integrity. It just is. And so I just feel like integrity is such a big piece.
And I think people think
for ourselves.
Yeah, right. Don't you think people think integrity is like money?
Like God, yes.
But integrity is just your words, saying what you do and doing what you say.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. And if you can't do it, it's just saying, okay, I recommit. Let me think of something else, but addressing it.
Yeah.
But I also think, in this time that we're in, it's so important to come together. And that's why our podcast is Together We Rise. Yep. And we're going to have the most amazing guests.
We're really going to have some cool people.
And they're all walks of life.
Yep.
And they have all experienced different things and they're going to share it. So you can get a caveat of wisdom almost.
Yeah.
And, you'll be able to bask in the glory of who you are.
And I think it's showing others hope. I really, really do. And
Possibility,
the possibilities, happiness,
love.
Love is a many splendid thing. You can see we're from two different generations.
Love is in the, I'm thinking, love is in the air. Like a da 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 da. Remember that song? Yeah, you're thinking, wait.
Oh, I'm in a totally different era. No question about it. And sometimes I'll have the music on and she'll go, oh my God, I'm falling asleep. And I'm just, tears are coming down because it makes my heart glow. So it's just so interesting. You'll get probably a lot of times two different views as to where Alicia is and where she's at in her life, where I am, and how wisdom, even though she's younger, she always was an old soul, always, and she has wisdom. She really does. And
thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. And having the wisdom of doing growth work, personal growth work for 47 years of an investment on myself. And so I'm just want to hold this sacred space of people coming together because the most important thing is love. Love just eradicates everything.
And
right?
Yes. And of course we have to thank Nim. Nim is our social media guru.
Honey, she has more patience. Oh my God.
And anyone should just call her today and get her services. She's amazing. Nim Win. Put your information in the comments.
Nim is in Sri Lanka. And she's up at,
what time is it now?
I don't know. What time is it? 4, 5 in the morning? 3 in the morning?
No, I don't know. It's like 4:30.
Is it?
I think. Or maybe
no matter what, she is always there for us. And she has so much patience, especially for somebody like myself that is not, and I repeat, is not great. Right?
Yes.
It's social media. And she, when I get so frustrated, she'll say, just recently, she goes, Rochelle, I want you to get a lollipop and I want you to suck on it because it will relieve that pressure and tension. And I laughed so because even in these times, it's like, let's have some fun.
Yeah. And let's join with people from all over the world. Like Nim is in Sri Lanka, but she can help you from the States. And she's got plenty of clients in the States. And we just love and support and just can't wait for people to have Nim by their side.
She is such a support. And I think we all need to have support and we all need to know that we're loved and we all need to know that we're accepted, but it all starts with you.
If you don't go within, you go without.
Don't win.
Right. Or you don't win. You don't win.
Correct.
100%.
So it's like, that's our mission. It's our sandbox.
Back again. Hi, Sheila.
It's our sandbox of coming together and let's play. I'm in a very different place in my life today. I know that Alicia is, and I do believe for myself, anyhow, it was COVID, without a doubt. And really got me to sit down and really say, okay, what is it you want to do? And I just want to be connected to like-minded people that are in alignment with me, that want to have fun, that show us, wow, this is where I was, this is where I am, this is what I had to do to get it. So it shows everybody collectively the possibilities that if they can do it, you can do it as well.
Oh, Zion, thanks. You're great. Wow. Thanks, Sheila.
And so, it's just important that we would love for you to share this with others because it is about you all. It's not about us. It's about you.
And also the people that we have on, again, it's all about community. It's all about sharing. You know that saying, sharing is caring. So we really want to share the wisdom. We want to share other people's wisdom Because knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power. And if you don't have the knowledge, you really don't have the power because you don't know what you're stepping into.
That's so
So
true.
sometimes, if you have that knowledge, it can lead you to many amazing things and people.
And you may hear something from somebody and it's like a light bulb goes off, and it's like you could be searching and searching, and all of a sudden, bingo, you hear it and you go, wow, that's me. I could do this.
Or, like, it's funny, I think of the books that I've read, or, the perfect book came along when I needed the message I needed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really being aware of the signs around you. What are the signs around you? What are you staying in touch with? What are you tuning into? Because the signs are all there. You just have to get quiet enough to listen to that intuitive part of ourselves. And I think everybody has it. I think the busyness and the ego just keeps you from
and I think that if you can get still enough and quiet enough, that's where the magic is. That's why, like I said the other day, it's like we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So let's quiet ourselves to hear what we really need, because it's not the outside. There's too much chaos and craziness, but we ourselves have our answers, or we hear somebody
that has the answer we need to hear.
Yes. So it's really being very aware of those moments, like what I heard, podcasts. I mean, it's been months we were toying with it, and then I let it go, and all of a sudden it was like, there it was. Okay.
Easy.
Easy. No struggle.
So I guess, we want to leave you tonight with possibility that whatever you hear in this podcast will propel you to do something, even if you're afraid. Just do it anyway. Face the fear and do it anyway. And just know that we're here.
Oh, absolutely. We are here for you guys.
To support you.
You can have a conversation with us and sign up on Calendar, and we have a free half hour.
Right, and we have the ebook.
And then we have an ebook that you can
just put in the comments, and we could send that to you, your email address. And then, of course, like Nim has it up. She had it up. She'll show it again. We have our workshop on August 8th. And come join us. But more than anything, we just want... There we are. We just want you to see your own light, see your own possibility, and then listen to others to get something new.
Yeah. And I think by listening to others and building a community, because what I hear I don't go on to a lot of different podcasts, but the ones I do, everybody wants to be connected. And they want to have a community. And I know that we're missing it for sure.
And they want to know that they matter. Everyone wants to know they matter. Let's be real.
And we hope that we can provide that for you with all the people that we have lined up.
And there's a lot of people.
And and they're all different ages, different stages of life, and how they have come through and endured.
Okay.
Sheila,
we'll get it to you.
How they endured their challenges and how they've come through and it's all about your story and how you can take your story and you can use your story instead of your story using you. That's really important.
Yeah.
Really important. And again, I think we're about love. Yeah.
It's all about
love. Love is the answer.
And love is an evolution.
Yeah.
I don't think you love and it's just love. I think love, as you evolve, your love for yourself evolves, the love for other evolves. Don't you agree with that?
Oh, I do.
I could look back at where I was, 10 years ago. The love I thought I had was very different than the love I feel today. Right.
And I think where you are today, you're so grounded, and you have that sense of knowing what you want and not settling for anything less than in any area of your life.
And we're going to have some fun topics on that too. So stay tuned for
Oh,
that.
we
Whoop, whoop. Nim knows what we mean back there in the shadows.
And it's because we're going to step out, let's say, out of the comfort and share some really interesting stuff that people perhaps don't want to talk about. But honey,
we're talking about it. And Sheila, love is letting go of fear.
Yeah.
Yes. Because when you don't have love, you have fear, right?
Yeah. And the other thing is, when you're a coach, people think, oh, you have no problems. What do you have? No, we do, but we have tools. That's the difference. We have tools.
Doesn't mean you're never going to face an issue.
Absolutely.
It means you are equipped with your arsenal.
Yes.
To navigate your internal world with the skills and tools you need to have the army not hit you. Boom. Because when you have all of yourself and the tools inside, you don't get affected by the outer world anymore. You trust your inner world will guide you to trust that higher part of you and to, listen to the fear, because there's a good sense of fear too.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's a whole other, sometimes you got to listen to the fear because you're in certain situation where you need to hear it. That's an intuitive thing as well. So there's so many.
Well, I think that fear is
healthy.
That's
a healthy fear.
There is a healthy fear. If God forbid anybody was following you, you
would know, and you would turn the other way.
Yeah.
So you want to have a healthy sense of fear.
Totally. No. And so I
guess we're gonna.
Before we wrap it up, all I want to say is, keep your light shining.
Turn it on.
Turn that light on from within and let it shine. That's really such a wonderful thing to do for yourself. Is let that love shine. And you will ignite everything back to you.
You'll attract the light in me. The light in me that I see in you is the light in me that you see in me.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So
absolutely.
Turn on the light.
Turn on the light.
And it will lead you.
Yeah. Boy, won't it ever. And from the darkness, you go right to the light, and voila. How great.
Turn on.
We got that light turned on, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And we're coming back.
So stay tuned.
July 1st.
July 1st, we're going to have our guests come, and it's going to be amazing. So we will send that out so you'll see it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And we're going to be live, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And let other people know. We would love it. On Fridays at 7:00
p.m.
on Eastern Standard Time. And it can go from now until whenever. We want you all to come on and have a chance to share.
And have fun.
And if you know anybody that wants to share us, let us know also. So, you can DM us, right?
Yes. DM.
Not BM. Not BM, DM.
Oh, my God. Well, you can email us.
Or, at Coach Rochelle at Comcast.net.
Or shadowbstr3@yahoo.com. And, again, we thank you all for coming tonight. And stay tuned. We've got some great podcasts to come.
And we bless you.
And one more thing. Together, we rise.
We rise. So let's rise together.
Rising up.
So from our hearts
to your hearts. The Queens of Hearts.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.